lovelies, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm actually starting something I'm going to be calling my Dip With Me inspired manis. So I'm going to be recreating manis that I've, followed either on YouTube or Instagram, Pinterest. I'm gonna try and do this at least once a month if I can. So I'm starting off with an inspo mani from Kate's Nail Corner. She was one of the first YouTube channels I started to watch when I was starting my dipping journey. So I thought I would do one of her manis from, I think it was like 2 years ago. I'll post it down here below. So I'm just putting a little twist on these two. I'm not copying it exactly. I'm adding my own little spin to it, whether it be one nail that's different, a decal, nail art, something like that. So what I'm going to be doing is creating this glow tap ombre baby boomer mani. So I have these two colors here from Revel. This is Blink, and that's going to be the pink part of the baby boomer. And then this is Illuminate, and it's going to be the white, like towards the free edge of my nail. These glow blue and green. I forget what glows what. I'll get pictures, of course, of the glow when I'm taking my nail fees for you at the end here. And then as a little extra, because I'm not doing this on every nail, on my ring finger, I'm going to be using High Tide, also from Revel, which is a triple changer. So it's a UV changer and also is a glow. And then it has a regular color as well. So this is what it looks like in the jar. But I think normally it's like a lighter color, and then it changes to this, and then it also glows like I mentioned. So this will be my ring finger mani, or my ring finger color. And then I'll be doing the other tap ombre on my other fingers, and I just made a mess with that. Already making a mess here. So let me get right into it. Like I mentioned, I'll post the link for Kate's Nail Corner video down below that I got this inspo from. And let's get started. So I'm not using the gel method because this particular tap ombre, you need to use like regular dip liquids. So that's what I'm going to be using. First, I'm going to do this color here, which is High Tide, on my ring finger and get that taken care of and out of the way. So I'm using my Dip Top by Mani Boss. You can use top coat as a base coat because basically it acts as the same kind of thing, just like a glue to adhere the powder to. And I've run out of all of my base liquid. So I'm just going to put a layer of this down on my ring finger and dip it right in. And I don't think I've used Revel in any of my manis on my YouTube channel so far because I usually don't use their dips. I do like them. I just never use them really that often. So this will be kind of like a new company to my channel, but not a new company to me. So I'm just cleaning up my cuticle line here as always. And then I'll do a second dip of this once it dries. So I'm going to do that, come back, and then we'll do the other nails. And I might speed up that process because I'm going to do 2 covers of it. So stay tuned. All right, so that is all done. This is what the normal temperature color is. So I'm going to activate it now, and then you'll see what it changes to when it's cold, I believe. I think. I looked on the website yesterday, and now I forget what it said. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is cold. It gets like a darker teal green color. I just want to make sure I got that nail done and out of the way because I don't want to get any of the other powder onto my other nails. And look at that. It has that like ombre effect as it's drying. It's so cool. So I'm going to get into the ombre portion now on my other nails. Excuse me, I have 2 Wet n Wild brushes here, makeup brushes, that I'm going to be using. One is going to be for the pink, and then one is going to be for the white. So you've seen me do ombres before. I've done a lot of vertical ombres, but I haven't done a horizontal ombre. So this will be new. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty similar to the other ombre, just obviously horizontal instead of vertical. So I'm starting out with Blink, and that is going to be, like I said, the pink in this Mani. I have cupcake liners here as well to get all of the extra stuff that's going to collect into something that's not my jar. So let me just grab my top coat, or my dip liquids in this case. I'm going to start on my thumb because it is my biggest nail, and I want you to see in real time how I do this first nail. All right, so I'm just going to scoop up the pink with the brush and then just tap it on, starting at the cuticle line. There we go. And then I'm going to kind of angle it down to tap it off. And cleaning off the cuticle line here. And then I'm going to go ahead and move to Illuminate, which is the white, and do the same thing on the tip of my nail with the other brush. Just scooping it up and tapping it on. And this is nice because it kind of creates like that blurred line that you want for an baby boomer. Like, you don't want, obviously, a perfect smile line because that's not the purpose of the baby boomer. All right. So that is the first nail. I'm just making sure I get everything covered here. And then I'll tap it off right down into that cupcake liner. Clean up anything that might have gotten on my cuticle line. I'm not going to brush it off yet because I don't want to muddle those colors up until it's dry. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my index finger, but I'm going to do everything now in a sped up process. And then when I go back and do the second coat on my thumb, I'll come back on in real time for that. This is how I'm looking right now after the first application of it. It's not quite as ombre as it will be, but now I have to go back and do a second coat, starting with the white and working my way down to the pink. So I'm going to do that now. I'll show you my thumb in real time, and then we'll do the rest sped up. So just applying another coat of the base here. And I did wait a couple of seconds, like in between each nail, and then brushed off. So it didn't like brush off the powder completely. Just going in here and tapping the white on now, going down from the free edge, making sure it's all nice and covered. And then just tapping that off. Kind of looks like snow on a mountain. Now I'm going to move this out of the way, and you kind of have to work fast just so that liquid doesn't dry. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the pink. Just going kind of like slightly over the white a little bit, making sure the sidewalls get covered nicely, and just tapping it off to the side like that, and cleaning up anything that might have gotten around on the cuticle line, like so. So again, I'm going to let that dry before I brush it off, move on to my index finger, and keep going down in sped up time for you here. To now go ahead and top with my gel for my filing and buffing. Come back and we'll have the finished look and some cuticle oil. Okay, I am back. I've actually gone ahead and done my top gel coat, so I'm all finished. I just have to put my cuticle oil on. Just a couple of thoughts. I like the colors. I don't think doing this tap ombre was the best for me, just because I feel like I'm better when I do a scrub ombre for a baby boomer. I did that a couple months back, and I'll post the link up here for you to that video. I think it came out much better for me doing a scrub, because it was kind of hard to see like the actual baby boomer on these nails. I'm going to go ahead with my Moscow Mule from Nail Cocktail. This is, I feel like I haven't used this a lot, but I thought it kind of went with the colors just because it glows like blue and green. And it reminded me of a Moscow Mule kind of. So I'm just putting this on each of my cuticles here. I did have to do a lot of filing since I did the dip liquid method and not the gel method. So there was more filing involved than I'm used to, because I haven't used dip liquids in a while. So they did get a little dry here, my cuticles. So just doing that. So I hope you like this. Like I said, this is my Dip With Me inspiration series. hopefully I'll be doing this once a month, gathering stuff that I see, like I mentioned, from YouTube channels that I follow, Instagram, Pinterest, things like that, and kind of just putting my own spin on it. So stay tuned here for some pictures and the glow as well, because these all glow, and I'll try and get that transition on the ring finger to the cold color. Thanks so much for watching. Have a lovely day.